Y'all. Welcome to another live stream. And y'all already know this is Monday Madness, Monday Madness, Monday Madness. So anyway, y'all already know. Before we get started, I want to thank my advisor kings, my advisor queens, and my advisor honeys. Y'all already know. Like, share, tell people about my damn channel. Come on, come on, come on. Now you know I got y'all screened from different platforms, just trying to pick up the pace and sending people my way. You know what I mean? Um, tonight's topic might be a little heavy for some, but you know what? Listen, I'm a real bitch and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all and shit. You know what I mean? Um, so tonight is the heterosexuals and transgenders living in the hood. Now, I'm pretty sure some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about when I say some of these transgenders living in the hood and stuff like that. And y'all already know how it goes. They want to act like women, they want to be women and all of that stuff. But we already know they could never be women because they can't have no periods and they can't have no babies. You know what I mean? But hey, that's them. But my thing is that what about the transgenders that they know that they're transgenders, but they're not telling anyone. They're trying to fool someone. You know what I mean? But I also believe on the other hand too is that a lot of the transgenders, they deal with most probably some of the heterosexuals that's in the closet. You know what I mean? The ones that want to be like, you know what? I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna try this out and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I believe that it's a secret that the transgender kind of takes to their grave, really. You know what I mean? Because even though most of them probably do mess around with straight men, you know, most of them probably do mess around with straight men. Let's just keep it real. And some of the straight men are, they're zesty and in the closet and they're not going to say anything. They're not. They're not. You know what I mean? And then you see them running around in your hood and stuff like that with the tight jeans on and the little boots and the little short little jackets and the hair weave and the long braids all the way down to their ass and shaking it better than you, shaking it better than you. But you got some of the manly bitches, them big old manly bitches that look like you could tell they're men in the face, but I don't know what type of body they got. They look like they built up like a fucking Tonka toy truck and then some in the back. They dragging all types of shit in that wagon. You know what I mean? But they working that shit though. They are. They working that shit. So that's what we're talking about tonight. The heterosexuals and the transgenders living in the hood. I'm not talking about like the overall community. I'm talking about in your neighborhood. Like if you go to the grocery store, do you see them? If you go, to your neighborhood bar, do you see them and stuff like that? You know what I mean? Because now it seems like they're coming out more and more every day. They are. They're coming out more and more every day. And they're being accepted by parents that I know for once, I'm pretty sure that probably, they go along with it because they love their kids and stuff like that. But deep down inside, they probably wish like, damn, why couldn't you have married a woman? Why you had to marry a man and you a man yourself? You know what I mean? But they probably just had to go along with, they probably had to go along with the program because nowadays it's like, love me for me, for me, for me. But then you got to ask yourself though, and I've always wondered is that, even though, you got transgenders, they're dressed like that down here on earth. Do you think that God will allow them in their kingdom dressed like that? No, they're not. So they need to enjoy themselves while they're down here on earth. They can walk around and live like women, act like women, talk like women, dress like women. But I bet 9 times out of 10, when you up in God's kingdom, He is not going to allow you to be dressed like that or act like that, because that's not what you was born in. If you was born a man and in heaven, that's what you're gonna be. You're gonna be as a man. If you was born a woman in heaven, that's what you're gonna be as you use a woman. That's it. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real, just like that. You know what I mean? And then you got some men, you got some transgenders, they're more like, okay, well, you know what, I look, I look better than you, and this and that and this and that and stuff like that. So, we're gonna take all your, straight men and stuff. And sometimes they do win. They do. Sometimes they do win. And I'm talking about the ones, the straight guys that's on the down low. You know what I mean? Because you do got, I believe, you got some men that's on the down low. You do. You know what I mean? And I believe that they know, some of the transgenders, they know, just by being in, probably locked up with some of them. They know. They probably seen some of them do shit behind the scenes, and then when they get out, they still got that, they still got the little freakiness aside, but they're gonna do it in the dark. They're gonna do it behind the scenes and stuff like that. But deep down inside, they know what they like and they want. You know what I mean? And most of them, they're not. They're going to be, the hitters. They're not going to be the catchers. They're going to be the hitters. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Because if they're considered the catchers, then they consider themselves like, oh, no, I'm not. I'm not that way. I'm not that way. But listen, if you're out there like that, I don't care how you chop it up, dice it up. You know, yeah, you still consider that. That's just it. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. um but my thing is that how some of these parents allow this stuff, allow this stuff, and they know their parents was not even, they didn't even grow up on anything like that. Especially if you got parents from Alabama. If you got parents from Alabama that's strict like that, you know what I mean? And then you have a son, that likes to dress up as a woman, that like to live as a woman and stuff like that. What can you do? I guess you gotta accept it, because if you love your son, then you gotta accept it. But then you got some parents that be like, no, no, especially the strict fathers, those down south fathers, those ones that's from the south. They gonna be like, listen, you ain't coming up in my house dressed like that. You ain't coming in my house acting like that. And hell no, you're not bringing no man dressed as a woman to my house. That's not happening. Some do. But then you got some that nowadays it's getting more and more acceptable, because I guess that's just the way it is. But that's just the way it is down here. But best believe it ain't gonna be like that in God's house, because God's house is, they're not gonna play that. They're not. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that they're gonna burn in hell, like a lot of people were saying. And oh, you're gonna burn in hell. I'm pretty sure that God will give you a choice. God will probably give you a choice if you want to live like a woman, or if you want to live like a man. And if you choose to live that way, I believe that He's gonna leave your dog ass down here and play in the devil's playground and with the rest of the devils, and you're just gonna burn in hell. That's it. But if you choose to live to live in the skin that you were born in, and I'm talking about a man, that's how you gonna live in heaven. You're gonna live in as a man. But if you choose to live as a woman, dressed in woman's clothes, and you a man, you're gonna be down here with the fucking devils. You're gonna be down here playing in the devil's playground, and you're gonna burn up in hell. That's it. That's just how I feel about it. I don't care if nobody don't like it, but it's true. It's true. That's it. You know what? I believe that what we do down here around earth will affect us when we get in heaven. Yes, I do believe that. I believe that we have a good God, and I believe that God is going to give us a choice. I believe that either He's going to say, listen, even though you've been living as a woman down here on earth, but I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna give you a chance to either you're gonna live like who you are, the skin that you was born in, and you can come and live in my kingdom. Or you could stay down here and live as a woman and dress, a man dressed as a woman and just burn like the rest of the motherfuckers in hell. That's all I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Let's see who's in the house tonight. Oh God. Hey, what's going on? What'd you say? What'd you say, Dragon? You said I'm okay. I'm just listening to you talking. I'm just going to stay in the chat. Man, you can come up. What the hell you talking about? Bring your ass. Bring your butt. You know me. I'm just talking. I'm talking about the heterosexuals and the transgenders living in the hood. You know what I mean? Because you already know they out there. They out there. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to put down no gay and lesbian alliance and all of that stuff. I'm not doing that. But you know what? I'm just saying how it is. And some of these, and listen, I know y'all ain't gonna like what I say, but hey, some men on YouTube, some of these men are zesty too. They just in the closet. They just in the closet. They love to see another man up there on live stream, staying up on live stream and stuff like that. They fantasize. They fantasize on what the man would look like and tell him to turn on his camera and all of this shit. Always talking about turn on your camera. Why you want another man to turn on the camera? That to me, that's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. That sounds kind of zesty to me. You telling another man to turn on his camera. Why? Well, okay, turn on your camera so I can see your face, so I can take a picture of you, and then go and do a live stream about you. That either you got a big nose, or or you doing this, or you look like that, and you look like this. Now you're gonna talk about a man's face. Now you're gonna talk about a man's features and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Why? And you're a man yourself. Come on now, Zesty. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm gonna drop the link though. I'm gonna drop the link. Y'all already know I'm only in here for 1 hour. 1 hour. I'm just trying to keep my numbers up. You know what I mean? Oh, what'd you say, Dragon? Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay. I don't know, Dragon. We talking about heterosexuals and transgenders living in the hood, because I'm pretty sure you got them on in your way, and I definitely have them in my hood. You know what I mean? And best believe they be swagged down too. I mean, they got the tight jeans on, the boots, the little short coat, leather jackets, the long hair, swinging it and walking and all of that shit. And some of them are built up like Tonka toy trucks. I'm just telling you. You know what I mean? And half of them probably look better than some of the women. Some of them. But then you got some of them other ones that look like real manly in the face. I mean, real manly. Still got the what's that beard, the 5 o'clock shadow beard and all of that shit. All them bumps and shit on their face and stuff. And it's so crazy, because the ones that really try, those are the ones that really be trying to like switch. And y'all ever seen them trying to switch in the stores and stuff like that, trying to throw their asses like they got it going on and stuff? Those are the ones that crack me up, and constantly always playing in their hair, throwing their hair back and stuff like that. Like, bitch, we know you a man. We know you a man. You know what I mean? But we know that you want to be a woman. You want to be a woman. We get that. We get that. You know what I mean? But best believe some of those heterosexuals, they be looking at some of them gay guys too. I'm just keeping it real with you. They are. Come on now. They are. I'm just telling you. What'd you say, Dragon? You said, okay, no, I'm not cool just listening to you. See what you're talking about. You always keep it real anyway. Yes, yeah. Yeah, me. I'm always gonna keep it real. Like I said, you know what? Either you gonna like me or you don't. Or you don't. I'm just talking about the heterosexuals, and I'm talking about the transgenders. You know what I mean? And some of those heterosexuals, y'all already know. Y'all in the closet. Y'all in the closet. Y'all know. Y'all know y'all want to taste some of these transgenders. Y'all know that because y'all see them walking around and they look like women. They act like women. They talk like women. They dress like women. They probably look better than your woman that you got at home. You know what I mean? So you walking down the street, or you driving or something like that, and you see a nice looking woman walk across the street, and you thinking it's a woman, come to find out it's a transgender. You know what I mean? You trying to holler at it and be like, damn, I didn't know that was a man. You know what I mean? But that's only because, see, those transgenders, they know, because they've studied the magazines. They looked at YouTube, they looked at all of that stuff. So they know how to wear this, and how to put their hair a certain way, and how to talk a certain way, and how to move their lips a certain way, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And a lot of them now, you can actually, I mean, a lot of them kind of even fool me, because even though even though you turn around, and the way they talk and stuff, some of them sound just like women. Some of them sound just like women, you know. And you have to really, really be able to hear the tones. See, the tones is what kind of gives it away too, because if you got if you got a person with a low tone, a very low tone, and you could tell that they got like some type of, I don't know, like some type of like baritone type of tone. You know something's going on. You know that they're trying to disguise their vocals to sound like women. You know what I mean? Because they got that kind of deep, raspy kind of voice, the tone in the back and stuff. And you know what I mean? And I'm just keeping it real, especially some of the ones that's those Spanish women, those Spanish transgenders. You already know, you could tell, because even though they try to speak English, you can always tell that they're men, because they got this special kind of raspy, dark, deep voice and stuff. And you could just tell that they're trying to talk like women, but you know that something's not right with their vocals, and you know that, yeah, they're transgenders. I'm just gonna tell you like that. You know what I mean? Because you can't tell them that, they're not women. I mean, look at what's going on the TV. Look how freely some of those commercials are now. Look how freely that, some of these commercials are dealing with transgenders and stuff like that, doing commercials, and kissing on TV and stuff like that. Back in the days, they didn't have any of that. They didn't have any of that. You know what I mean? But now it's like the world just done changed, and it's just totally. It's like it's so acceptable now. It's like, oh, you're transgender. Oh, you're gay. Okay, no problem. You know what? You still fit in, but hey, if you're gonna fit in, at least tell people who you are and what you are, and that way, I think that everything would be cool. You know what I mean? Because let's just keep it real. A lot of the transgenders and stuff, they get themselves in trouble because they don't be honest. They don't tell the heterosexuals that they're actually a guy. They fool them, they trick them and stuff like that, because they probably feel, hey, this person thinks I'm a woman. I act like a woman. I am a woman, because in their eyes, you can't tell them that they're not. You can't tell them that they're not. They act like a woman, they live like a woman, they dress like a woman. You can't tell them that they're not. You know what I mean? So they're going to be like, huh, I'm not going to tell him anything. You know what? I'm still going to do that trickery. I'm still going to do that. I'm still going to do this. And then once that other person find out, now they mad as hell at you. And now half of them want to hurt you, kill you, or whatever. But you don't think that you deserve that. Yeah. I say like this: if you fool somebody like that, you're gonna get what's coming to you. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? um, right. That's it. You need, yep. You need birth certificates today. You sure do. You sure do. But like I said, I really believe that some of the heterosexual straight men, they know. They know that some of these transgender guys, they know that they're actually guys, but some of them, they just kind of want to test the waters out behind the scenes. See what I mean? They want to test stuff out behind the scenes. That's what it is. It's like, listen, don't tell, don't tell. I'm not gonna tell. Keep your goddamn mouth closed. but we gonna do this behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Especially those transgenders that's out there in the street, that's a streetwalker and stuff like that. Some of those heterosexuals know. Come on now, some of those straight men know that those men are men. They just dressed up as women, but they just want to try something a little bit different behind the scenes because they probably thinking, hey, this transgender probably gonna be the freak of the week. I ain't getting it from my girl at home, or I ain't getting it from my wife at home. Let me see what this person's working with behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So they work out a little plan or something like that and be like, hey, how much? And she might or he might she might be like, listen, give me, 50, 60, $70. What you want? Okay, you know what I want. You know what I want. So let me just go and get it. And they get it. They're going about their business until that feeling come back around again. And then he out there on the prowl looking for that same transgender. Just telling you. I'm just keeping it real. But let me drop this link. Let me drop the link in case anybody wanna come up. And tonight we talking about uh uh we talking about heterosexuals and transgenders in the hood. Living in the hood, y'all. Living in the hood, living among us, you know, doing the damn thing. Doing the damn thing. I was in the store earlier today and I seen this guy. I knew he was a guy because I could tell by, his facial features. Strongly man in the face. I mean, you could tell. You know, big lips, big teeth, big eyes, makeup and all of that stuff, big fucking eyelashes. I don't know what's up with these eyelashes now, but it seems like these bitches, they put about 90 eyelashes on one eye and they can't even fucking see. You can't even see their goddamn eyes. The only thing you see is lashes when they come around the corner. You see the lash before you see them. That's how long the motherfuckers be. I'm just keeping it real. So anyway, I seen he was in the store and I'm looking at him and I'm looking down at it and see what he's wearing. So he's wearing like these little short Ugg boots and these little tight, tight, tight jeans. And I don't know where the hell he pack his donger at with them fucking tight ass jeans. Where the fuck do you pack that shit at? Where do you pack that shit at? Because you got some tight jeans on. That shit got to go somewhere. That shit got to go somewhere. But what I think, and this is just me, I think what they do is they pull that shit up over their damn stomach, and then they put them tight something on over it, and maybe two or three, maybe two or three underwears, and then put some damn them tight ass jeans, just to keep it in place. You know what I mean? That's what I think. But anyway, back to the story. So she had on a short little black little jacket, and I was looking, and then I was looking at the hair and stuff, because I'm looking at from the top of the head to the all the way down to the shoes. So I'm like, okay, she got long black braids that came down by her ankles. Something like, okay. So she started throwing her hair back and trying to talk. Now I could actually tell that right away. I could automatically know that was a transgender because of the tone, and also trying to talk like a woman and a man mixed in one, and it couldn't do it because the man's voice, the man's tone is always going to overpower. So, so I was like, oh, okay. So now they're all over the hood because I seen this one in my neighborhood store. Then I go down the street and I see more of them. So they're starting to actually come more in the hood than, well, in my hood anyway. I'm starting to see more and more of them. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you, just like that. Um, and they're living like that. They're living like women. So I've always thought, like, if you go over to their house, I wonder if they actually have any of their, if they actually have any of their clothes, or they just totally living as women. Like all their male clothes they threw out, all of that stuff. But best believe, I'm pretty sure they're going to have the clippers on board. They're going to have that whatever shit, that shaving cream and all of that shit, because the hair's got to come off. The hair's got to come off. I don't care if they're taking those hormone pills and all of that shit. And for the life of me, y'all, for the life of me, I just don't understand how pills can give you titties. You know what I mean? How the fuck can somebody tell me how taking those damn hormone pills give you titties? And them motherfuckers look like basketball titties. I'm just gonna tell you, they look hard, perky, and the motherfuckers look like basketball titties. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I know a lot of you motherfuckers probably like, oh my gosh, she on one. Hold on, y'all. We gonna take a small intermission. Hold on. right, y'all. Intermission is over. Intermission is over. And you know what, y'all? I know tonight's topic. I know I know it's a kind of a no, it's just touchy. I know it is. I know it is. But you know what? You know what? That's just how I feel. So if anybody got a problem with it, that's all right. You know what I mean? That my feelings is that yeah, this all of this shit, living as women and being women, and God didn't make you like that. I think you know what to be honest with you, and this is just my opinion, and it's in the Bible, you're gonna burn in hell. That's it. That's it. So get ready for them hot coals and shit to be dumped on your fucking ass, because 9 times out of 10 you are not going to get in heaven dressed as no woman. That's not going to happen. You ain't coming up in there with no wigs, no weave, no fingernails, no lashes or anything like that, because you're not coming in God's kingdom like that. I'm just trying to tell you. You know what I mean? You're gonna be down here with the devils and the goblins and everybody else and stuff. Then I'm pretty sure you could do whatever you want to do, but you ain't getting in God's clean house not dressed like that. No, no. But we got to fear God. We got a true God. So God's probably going to give you a decision whether you want to make it, if you want to make it down here or up in heaven. It's going to be your choice. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure He's going to give all of us choices. You know, He's going to give us all a choice. And I know with even with me, you know, I want to be in that book. I want to be in that book. When He opened that book and He see my name, if He got a question mark or something like that next to my name, I want to see how I can fix it. Give me a chance to fix it. Don't leave me down here in this devil's playground. I want to be up in heaven with you. You know what I mean? I don't want to be down here in this devil's playground and stuff like that. Give me a chance. And I believe that that's what He's going to do. He's going to give everybody a chance to fix it. If you don't fix it in a certain amount of time, I'm pretty sure you're going to be down here with the devil and you're going to burn in hell. That's what it is. You know, I'm just telling you. But we already know half of the transgenders and stuff like that, they that's how they gonna live. That's how they gonna die. You know what I mean? Because half of them believe it's so bad that they're willing to die for it. You know, they're willing to die it. Well, you know what? If I don't, at least I'll still be a woman. I'll die a woman because that's what I choose to do. And you know what? That's just gonna be your choice. You know, I believe that people have choices. You know, sometimes people make good choices, sometimes people make bad choices. But you have a choice. You know what I mean? But behind every choice is consequences. You know, there's consequences behind everything we do every day. Every day we have, yeah, it's consequences. I'm just keeping it real with you. You know what I mean? And and like I said tonight, I know tonight was kind of like a touchy subject and all of that. But hey, it's true. It's what's going around. It is. It's what's going around in our community, in our society. You know, you see it. You see it every day. You see it every day. You know what? And you're starting to see more and more. You know, I'm pretty sure back in the days you would see a few, but now you're seeing all. You're seeing all of them. You're even seeing little kids. You're even seeing little kids. You're even seeing like the 13, 14, 15-year olds, trying to act like women, talk like women, dress like women and stuff like that. Because now it's like society is saying, "Hey, the door is open. Be happy, do you. If that's the way you want to be, then that's the way you want to be, but that's you." But see, there's consequences because what about your family? What about your mother? What about your father? What about your other siblings and stuff like that? How do you think they're looking at you? You know, you're going to have somebody in the family that's going to accept you. Yeah, they're going to be like, you know what, this and that, this and that. But then you're going to have other family members be like, oh, hell no. We weren't grown. We wasn't raised like that. Oh, hell no. You know, or if mama gone, they probably be like, listen, mama be turning over in her grave. She see you walking up in here with a dress on and earrings and weave and eyelashes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But then you got some people that be like, you know what? We accept you because we love you, and that's just what it is. You know what I mean? So that's why I just kind of picked tonight's topic and stuff like that because I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. You know, I'm always gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna tell you the truth and stuff like that. You know, and I pick topics. Sometimes my topics may not be what what people like or what people want to hear. You know what I mean? But um, but it's the truth. You know, it's what's going around in society. You know, it's what's going down in these YouTube streets and even beyond the YouTube streets. Let's just keep it real. You know, some of these men behind behind the scenes on in these YouTube streets and stuff like that. They know that they're zesty. I believe half of them are zesty. I believe half of them like men, but they don't want the other man to know. So they stay hidden in the closet or they stay hidden in the bushes. But best believe they're constantly watching that video. They're constantly watching that video. I bet you a man that has his own channel, I bet you 9 times out of 10, if he goes back and look at his analytics, I bet you he has more men watching him than women. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real. Go back and look at your analytics. Men, you know what I mean? I bet you're going to have more men looking at your shit than women. You know what I mean? Because that lets you know that some of them are in the closet, some of them are zesty. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. You know, they like the way you talk. They like the way they like how you move the crowd and stuff like that. You know what? Because hey, they come on YouTube, some of them, because they know that they can live out their fantasy on YouTube. They can't do it in real life. They can't. So, they pick a content creator, a male content creator that they like, that they dig, and they constantly watch them. Constantly watch them. Watch their video like 20, 30, 40 times, you know, constantly watching them and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Those are the ones that's always going to be behind the scenes. Those are the heterosexual males that has a wondering what it would be like to be with a transgender male. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. You know, or just another male. Because just because a man like to dress as a woman, yes, there's transgenders, but I also believe that there's gay men that's just gay but don't dress like no woman. They just gay. They still dress like a man. They still kind of act like a man, but they're gay. And those are the ones that I call those homo thugs. I call those homo thugs because even though they're dressed in the street clothes, they act like that, but they still a thug. They'll still get out there. They'll still fight and all of that shit. Those to me, those are homo thugs. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real with y'all. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real with y'all. So yeah. I don't know why my live stream, yeah. I think it's other people going live tonight, but that's all right because I'm only in here for 1 hour, 1 hour, and I know y'all can always go back and you know, and look at the replay and stuff. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Room Shaker's on. I think she probably been on for how long? Like 100 hours now. So yeah, yeah. So she getting her numbers. She getting her numbers and shit like that. But it is it is what it is. You know what I mean? Mm. So, but let's just switch gears. I wanted to kind of also talk before we close out about about some of the females from the other side of the tracks, and not just females, males too. How they've been they come over here in this sector and in the Mo3 sector, and they hijack the views and they hijack the subscribers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And you know what? Uh, like I said, come January, they still gonna be doing the same thing. They are. They're still gonna be doing the same thing because you got to remember half of the ones that's on here, they're young. They're young. They're not mature. They're not mature. They probably don't have their own house. They probably don't have their own apartment. They probably don't even drive a car. Half of them probably taking the bus or got to get rides or something like that. You know, half of them, they just found something fun to do, and that's what they're doing now. They're just doing their channel. You know, some of them young girls like that, you know, that's up on here and stuff like that. You know, half of them probably, they probably did work. They probably did work at one time, but hey, they probably had so much fun on YouTube that they probably said, fuck it. I'm not going up on there working no McDonald's job or no Walmart job and shit, and I can make more money on YouTube by taking off my damn clothes and showing my pussy and my damn titties and getting all these cash apps. Fuck that. I'm staying home and I could do in the comfort of my own house, sit there and my computer and shit and get all the cash apps, the super kisses, the super chats, and all that other shit. You know what I mean? Fuck going out there working a 9 to 5 and stuff like that when I can make money on YouTube. You know what I mean? It's all about YouTube. But then you gotta think, YouTube is YouTube. YouTube could say, hey, listen, ain't no more YouTube after tonight. What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do then? If YouTube all of a sudden decided to close their doors, if YouTube say, you know what, we closing down, what y'all gonna do? I know half of y'all probably go crazy. Half of y'all probably go crazy because you wouldn't even know what to do with yourself. You'd probably end up trying to go on TikTok. You'd probably end up trying to go on Instagram. But y'all already know those platforms aren't gonna let you do what YouTube allow you to do. You already know some of those platforms, they're not gonna let you upload some crazy shit like docs and dead babies and all of that stuff. They're not gonna allow you to do that. No. No, not even on Facebook. They're not. They're not. But YouTube, bro, YouTube will allow all that shit. You know, YouTube will allow all that shit. That's why I believe that a lot of the ones that came over here that got the subscribers, that got the views and stuff like that, you know, they had already came from the side of the tracks, and 9 times out of 10, they probably got kicked out of the nest. They probably got kicked out of the nest and they were searching. You know, somebody from over here must have explored over there. And then all of a sudden, somebody over there came from over here. You know what I mean? It just went back and forth, almost like a ping pong effect. And then next thing you know, you turn around and they all started following over here in the Mo3 sector. And they're still here. They never left. They never left. They set up camp and they never left, and they're still here. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. You know what I mean? They doing what they do. They doing what they do. You know what I mean? They almost saying, listen, y'all move the fuck over. This is a new sheriff in town now. You know what I mean? But you got to remember, this is a revolving door. So you may be popping now, but later on, a whole new group of people are gonna come in, and they're gonna be just as nastier than you. I'm pretty sure. And then their views are gonna sky high, and then your numbers are gonna fall. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. That's just how this YouTube thing works. You know what I mean? So hey Erica, how are you? How are you? How are you? Just kicking it about the heterosexuals and the transgenders and just the living in the hood and stuff like that. But you can always go back. You can always go back and look at the replay and stuff, because y'all already know your girl is in here for only an hour. For only an hour. So all right, y'all. So I'm gonna play some music to take us out. Hold on.
You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. What I make you good? You're not good. You just know how to hide and lie. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth. Even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy.
Yo, Jay, you need to stop, boy. Yo, Jay, you need to stop, boy. Yo, Jay, you need to stop, boy. Yo, Jay, you need to stop, boy.
The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.
All right, everybody. All right, the show is over. I want to thank my advisor kings, my advisor queens, and my advisor honeys. Please like, share, tell people about about my channel and stuff. Like I said, I'm streaming from a few different sites tonight. So yes, y'all. Please, far as Twitter and Twitch and all y'all come on in, hang out with me, sit down, have a cup of coffee or have a drink or whatever. You know what I mean? Kick your shoes off. You know what I mean? So anyway, on that note, y'all keep your notifications on because you just never know when I might be back. And Erica, I apologize. I know that you was trying to get up in the house, but girl, I got to go. I got to go, girl. I'm only in here for 1 hour. I got something to do, and then I'll come back on and run down these YouTube streets. All right, I love you, girl. I love y'all. Y'all take care. All right. Okay, we out this batch. All right, bye.